New trees and shrubs need regular watering, especially in hot and drought conditions. Watering takes a lot of time, effort, and water. Welcome to Howdy How. We will show you how we make watering rings and tubes using common garden supplies to save rain and water less often. The materials I use are available from box stores, farm stores, or local produce suppliers. I will provide some links in the description if you prefer to shop online. Get a professional grade woven top cover. This cover is often seen in garden centers and nurseries where it is tough enough for walking. The first cover I show here is 4 feet wide, good for cutting 24 and 16-inch rings. This second top cover is 3 feet wide, good for cutting 18-inch ring. The bottom cover we use is called point bond material, strong but very porous. Make absolutely certain you are getting agricultural grade water absorbing granules. Other types of water absorbing plastics can degrade into chemicals that you don't want. There will be sewing and you need a good outdoor rated thread. If you are machine sewing, you need a heavy needle and a machine made of metal parts, not plastic. Common inexpensive plastic machines wear quickly with heavy materials. We have our materials. Let's mark out and cut some 24-inch blanks. First, cut 2 feet off the top cover. No, you don't have to use a drywall square to measure and cut. Everything we show you is just how we did it. Don't take any of this as hard and fast instructions. Take our inspiration and your imagination to find a way that works for you. Next, cut 2 feet off the bottom cover. I cut 2 strips off the top and bottom covers to make 4 rings. Now line up all 4 strips and cut to 24 inches wide. We have squares. Now fold them in half and use a template we made to cut them into donuts. You can see the beginning of the next problem. The woven top cover is unraveling threads. The outer diameter is nearly 24 inches. The inner diameter is about 4 inches, so there is room for the tree trunk. I marked a spot so we could match the rings again, but in later versions I just cut one side on the fold line. To stop the top cover unraveling, you need to lightly fuse the cut edges. Although I used an open flame, but with flammable plastic that is not a good approach. I recommend you find a safer way and avoid setting your house on fire. Also, have plenty of ventilation. Split the ring and clip for sewing. In later versions, I split before fusing the edges. Sew the edges with a heavy needle, outdoor thread, and a sewing machine made with metal parts. Remember to leave one end open to put in the water granules. Measure out the water granules. We use 4.3 ounces for our 24-inch ring. We got there with a lot of estimates, guesses, and assumptions. Basically, we tried to calculate the volume of the donut, figure the amount of water it could hold, and then the amount of granules that would hold that much water. We seem to be close. We use 0.9 ounces for a 16-inch ring, 1.4 ounces for an 18-inch ring, and 0.6 ounces for an 18 by 6 inch tube. Pour the granules in the ring and sew the end shut. Prepare a pan or tub of water, shake the granules around the ring, and push the ring under the water. The granules will absorb water in a few hours, but we like to leave them overnight. By morning, the rings are fully expanded. Clear any grass from around the tree and place the watering ring around it with the trunk centered in the ring hole. Although the granules can be placed directly in the ground, I like to be able to remove any plastic I put in. The rings should last several years until the tree roots are well enough established that watering is no longer needed. Put a good covering of mulch over and around the ring. Water the tree and ring thoroughly so everything can settle in. The mulch protects the ring from UV and is a faster absorber of any rain. Water going through the mulch will pass through the ring to wet the ground, and over a few hours, the granules in the ring will absorb any excess water, then slowly release it as the ground dries again. Do not build a mulch volcano around the tree. That just invites insects to attack the trunk. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see what else we may be up to.